Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited for today's reaction. Today I'm going to be analysing 21 Pilots CLANCY album. I'm so excited. I've merched out, got my t-shirt on for this reaction. I've absolutely fallen in love with this band. I am so excited to get into this album. As you guys know though, I have listened to this whole album. This is what really spiked my falling back in love with 21 Pilots for me. So I have listened to this whole album. So today we're going to analyse it all and go deep diving into the lyrics. So I can't wait any longer. Let's get straight on into it. There are 13 songs, 47 minutes and 18 seconds. Let's get straight on into track 1, Overcompensate. Was a song with a German phrase that roughly translates to "the secret island has weaponized me," which is referencing to one of the CLANCY letters. That is going to be another video where I'm going to go through all the letters as well, because I had one of my lovely Patreon members say that they have a whole Dima website, I think, with all the letters and everything on, so I'm going to go through that in a separate video as well. May come across some of it in this though. Interesting. I'm so excited to get into the analysation of this album though, because some of the things are going to make a lot more sense, and with the music videos and everything, because I've done all the albums up to this now, and probably change my look on a lot of the songs as well. And I know this is a very heavy lore album too. So let's get on into Overcompensate. Oh, this is such a cool album. I mean, it literally starts with Welcome Back to Trench.
Welcome back to Trench.
I'm interested to read through that passage at the top when I go through these. Oh, this is so cool. I love this album so much. There's drums, are you kidding? Maybe overcompensate. And then in the music video they go like this, don't they, or something? I think. I'm so excited to learn all about this. The production is so good on this. First one. Done. Overcompensate. Okay, let's go through this intro. I'm not going to attempt to say that, but we're going to go through it. The song opens with 2 lines, each of German, French and Spanish, respectively. Each is spoken by a different non-identified voice. Roughly translates to the same message: "This small eerie island has made me a weapon. We don't believe that we can use it to change the momentum of this war." The message originates in one of CLANCY's letters from the website. Okay, so this small eerie island, I'm assuming, is referencing, referring to Dima, has made me a weapon, relating it to CLANCY feeling like he's ready to fight the bishops, and Nico especially. This eerie island, this Dima, and constantly dealing with all these battles has made me a stronger person, and I'm ready to fight those demons now. We both alive, maybe CLANCY and the banditos, maybe, or just the people in general, change the momentum of this war. Right there, as this album opens, it really pinpoints what this album is going to be about. It's getting ready for that final war. This album may be getting ready for the Breach album, where we're going to see the end of the story. So the momentum of this war, you know, it's changed. This is a changing point. He's ready not to just escape those demons, but basically kill them off. You know, he's ready to be done with those demons now. Welcome back to Trench. I saw a lot of comments about this actually, that a few fans have been saying that it's like a welcome back to Trench because that was everyone's favourite kind of album, going back to Trench, but also in the lore and Dima side of things, you know, that we're now going back to Trench, because in the Skilled and Icy album we see them on Island of Voltoy with the nets. So welcome back to Trench. I've watched the music videos as well in my little video, so I'm relating that back to they're going back to fight in Trench. We see at the end of Paladin Strait music video. Then I created this world to feel some control, destroy it if I want. So I sing Salo Folina, and we learn about that phrase in the Trench album. Cry for help, a phrase to be cried out when in need, or just reaching out to the banditos, calling out to the banditos for help. So ready for that fight. Verse 1. Earn my stripes 300 tracks in my Adidas jacket. Bless your ear holes while you react acting. Gobsmacked, don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. So to earn one's stripes is to do something which shows that they deserve to be accepted and represented the other people in a field or profession. So maybe Tyler's referencing this to earned his stripes because we see in the Trench era in Nico and the Niners, the banditos give him his stripes. You could use it as a term of in the army, maybe getting your medals, like that. So he's earned his role in this fight. Bless your ear holes while you react, acting gobsmacked. Tyler's referencing to making music for his fans as a common internet slang. My ears have been blessed. I feel like I was just here, some twitching in my eyes. Don't sleep on a boy who can't fall asleep twice in the same night and won't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. We look at the meaning of the word overcompensate. To take excessive measures in attempting to create or make amends for an error, weakness or problem. Exactly what this album is about is getting ready to fight those demons, to correct it all and feel better, you know? I feel like I was just here, some twitching in my eyes. This says a deja vu moment. Tyler's been in this mental space before. Anxiety, sleepless nights, twitching eyes, overstimulation, stress. Back in Trench feels familiar to Clancy maybe because he's returning to an old place, and we do think that maybe he doesn't feel, I can't remember what song it is, but I remember talking about it in one of my previous reactions. He feels that's like his comfort zone in Dima. Don't sleep on a boy who can't fall asleep twice. Don't underestimate me, I guess. Don't sleep on me because don't underestimate me. Don't underestimate what I'm capable of now. But then it's a double meaning in the sense that he actually really does suffer with sleep that we've seen in Blurryface album, Trench album. And then the chorus, I said I fly high by the dangerous bend symbol. Don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. And then by the time I catch in my peripheral, don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. A dangerous bend symbol, if it's the one that goes like that, to me that sounds quite like he's taking a drastic turn, a drastic change, representing a turning point in Clancy's journey to the war between him and his demons. Don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. It says whenever Clancy is ready to face danger, doubt or unexpected turns, his response is to overcompensate. Meet fear with courage. He's admitting he's overdoing it, but that overdrive is what rolls him forward. Even though it's going to be difficult, he's ready and just wants to fight those demons, break those demons down. By the time I catch my peripheral vision is catching danger just out of the corner of your eye, too late to react calmly. Verse 2, where am I from? I was born right here, just know, originated in front of your eyes. If you can't see, I'm Clancy. Done running, come up with Josh Dan, wanted, dead or alive. So now you pick up who you serve, you bow to the masters, get kicked to the curb for passing the classes, half empty, half full, save half of your taxes, overtake your former self. Where am I from? I was born right here, just know, originate in front of your eye. As a character, Clancy may be either sharing his origins with the banditos or questioning his identity as it fits his new role of the leader, or at least in the fight against the bishops of Dima. The line suggests a sense of rebirth, as if he's realising his new purpose is as he simultaneously shares it with his new followers. But despite this newfound self, he is still a native to Trench. That would probably link back to the music video of Overcompensate, where he's in the room with all the listeners. I haven't got to that yet, so it may not be listeners, I don't know. The prodigal son is a parable told by Jesus following a son who arrogantly leaves home with his share of the family's inheritance. only to blow through it all and come crawling back home years later to his father's open arms. Tyler may be using this story to say that Clancy left Dima and is now returning in a similar matter, perhaps to help save others who are trapped within Dima. At the end of the Overcompensate music video seems to reveal that the events in the video occur during an act of seizing by Clancy. Yes, because he's not actually there. This interpretation may also support the idea that Clancy's relationship to Dima and vialism mirrors Tyler's relationship to Christianity and his internal struggles. Come up with Josh Dunn wanted dead or alive. The Josh Dunn line is, of course, in reference to Josh. Not only is Josh a good supportive friend to Tyler as he battles his inner demons, but he also sticks by his side in everyday life. Additionally, Josh plays the role of torchbearer in the demon narrative, who has given Clancy the most support through his journey. Or has he, from what I've read? So now you pick who you serve, so whether that be to the banditos or just the people of Dima. Are you ready to serve me, Clancy, or are you still going to serve Nico and Dima? The next part, even if you succeed in meeting certain expectations or standards such as passing classes, that doesn't guarantee acceptance or respect from others. Yeah, you get kicked to the curb for passing the classes. Wow, yeah, so even if you pass all your classes, it still doesn't really mean much. I mean, even in this day and age, like, yes, you can have your, I don't know what it's like for the US or different countries, but for the UK, it's like, to get into, I don't know, say you went to uni and got what you needed, but it doesn't mean you're guaranteed a job in that profession, or no one owes you anything. So yeah, you could get kicked to the curb. Half empty, half full, save half of your taxes. Half empty, half full refers to choosing between an optimism and a pessimistic perspective on a given situation. If one views the glass as half empty, they're focusing on the lack of water, whereas if one views the glass as half full, they are instead focusing on the water that is in there. Wow, that's really interesting. In this lyric, Tyler is shifting his focus from the amount/lack of money to the fact that half of it will inevitably be used for taxes. This links to a lyric in Tear in My Heart. I'm driving, here I sit, cursing my government for not using my taxes to fill holes with more cement. So even though they take it, doesn't mean they're going to use it for you. It also echoes the ideas that could be, and never take it, rather than maybe adapting perspectives that are offered face value. Tyler is encouraging the listener to think, though, what they've told us and arrive at their own conclusion may not completely follow previous held, the better their well-being altogether. Very interesting. Got to kind of look out for yourself, that sounds like to me. This says, the half empty, half full, save half your taxes in law could symbolise Dima draining people of hope and energy, acknowledging that life always takes something from you. The question is whether you let it defeat or work around it. Very much so, I like that a lot. Then we go into the bridge. Days feel like a perfect length. I don't need them any longer, but for goodness sake, do the years seem way too short for a soul? The days feel like, and then it repeats itself. So this is Tyler referencing, the days are long but the years are short, which is used universally to mean that each day feels long and tiring, yet life seems to pass rather quickly. Corazon, taken literally, is the Spanish word for heart. It can also be used to mean darling or sweetheart, courage or spirit, or it serves as a symbol of compassion and sympathy. The use of this in this song could have a double meaning, represent both the inner heart, soul of a person, and serving as a team of endearment, because they go like this, don't they, I think, in the music video. Okay, that is just song 1. Next one we go into is Next Semester. This one says, as an interpretive song, it is difficult to pinpoint what Tyler is exactly getting at, but it is evident that Next Semester talks about one's struggles at a young age to find their peace and identity. They are stuck between their mistakes from the past, one of which is presumed to be a failed attempt, and the pressure to not fail in the future. The song and music video seem to act as a sort of opposite side of the think. One of my Patreon friends said to me that there's a music video for every song on this album, so I'm going to be reacting to those as well. Ready for Next Semester.
Certain things, then I heard
Get out of the road! Oh! Oh, I love this outro. He switches it up. That one doesn't have too much lyrics. It's quite a repetitive song, but I do get where it's coming from now, saying I tried to end it, possibly didn't carry through, but I'm ready for the next semester and we're going to start fresh. Verse 1, stand up straight now, can't break down, graduate now, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here. It's a taste test of what I hate less. Can you die of anxiousness? I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here, what's about to happen? In this verse, Tyler acknowledges the pressures of being in the academic world. Many students struggle with mental health issues from the hardships of school life. It's a taste test of what I hate less. Usually when you taste test different foods, it's to see which one you prefer or which one tastes better. A taste test of what you hate less is the same thing, but it's looking at it from a negative perspective. Decide whether to think positively or negatively. Here he chooses a negative outlook on things. So using school as a metaphor for those struggles and failing and trying again, because semester, I think they call a semester a term, I think, in America. Oh, pounding punk energy and shouted vocals, whereas a panic attack, racing thoughts, sweaty palms, rapid heartbeat. Ah, okay. This track is less about control and more like barely holding on. So we go from Overcompensate, which is about really having control over the matter, ready to fight those demons, and then maybe he's thinking about facing those demons and it's led him to this panic attack that he's going through, or attempted to end it all through next semester. Very interesting. Can you die of anxiousness? When you're going through a panic attack, it does feel like you're dying and you can't breathe. You think the worst is happening, right? And I guess that could link to the lyrics in Doubt, where it says, scared of my own image, scared of my own immaturity, scared of my own ceiling, scared I'll die of uncertainty. Fear might be the death of me, fear leads to anxiety. Don't forget about me. So fear leads to anxiety, fear might be the death of me. And that is one of my favourite songs because I relate to that so much. And that's exactly what he's saying here. And then, you know, what's about to happen. He doesn't know what's going to happen, whether he's going to come out of that, whether he's dying, what's going to happen next. Chorus, I remember certain things while I was wearing the yellow dashes in the street. I prayed those lights would take me home. Then I heard, hey kid, get out of the road. It is open whether the next semester is about a kind of panic attack or an attempt to end things or something entirely different. I'm seeing it as, for me, a panic attack, I think. That's how I'm going to interpret this song, for me personally. This is representing a amnesia of dissociative amnesia. This occurs when the brain tries to forget certain details of a traumatic experience by focusing on remembering other aspects of it. The yellow dashes in the street, and I'm interpreting this as the street lights. He's seeing them as he's crossing the road, and then he's gone into the road and someone is shouting, hey kid, get out of the road. Whether that be an attempted end all or not, but that's probably how I would see this song. Or maybe the yellow dashes in the street, maybe Tyler in this instance is seeing the bands for the Banditos, because A Cry for Help, this comes straight after Overcompensate. He's sung the calling for help, and maybe the yellow dashes in the street are the Banditos. Maybe. Verse 2, can't feel my legs, I might suffocate, there's a pressure in my chest, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here, what's about to happen. So I would say that that's very much the symptoms of a panic attack, so maybe he's in the middle of a panic attack when this song is occurring. So in a metaphorical sense, it's saying you can't change what you've done, let it go, start fresh next semester. You can't change the past, but you can change the future. Whatever he maybe can't change, whether that be with his demons or his anxieties, or maybe you've done something you can't change, you can start fresh. Outro, it's a taste test of what I hate less. Can't change what you've done, start fresh. So to me, this song is very much, I'm interpreting it as he's either going through a panic attack actually through the song, or an attempted, but something pulls him out of that state, or God's looking down on him and it doesn't succeed, or he comes out of that panic attack and he's like, I'm ready to change things now. I'm ready to start fresh next semester, new year. The next one is Backslide. The song sees Tyler reflecting on his career and time in the spotlight, while also speaking on regrets and new concerns at this time. He also makes references to previous eras, directly naming Saturday from the duo's album. Interesting. Let's go into Backslide.
Rat race, place to place, adding weight. Tendencies on repeat and benefit from a shoe with no lace. I don't wanna backslide, cause I feel the pull. Water's over my head.
Oh, wow. Great order to come straight after next semester. Oh. The order of these songs is incredible. For that to come straight after next semester, perfect. Because he's basically saying, I don't want to go back to that place. I'm ready to just move forward. I'm ready to not go back, just forward. That's exactly what next semester said. It said in next semester, you know, you can't change what you've done. Start fresh next semester. That's exactly. So rat race, place to place, adding weight, tendencies on repeat. Rat race is a term often used to describe something difficult that often leads to nowhere, place to place. From going place to place in an attempt to do something, meanwhile additional weight or pressure is constantly be added or felt. It sounds very much like he feels like he's ready to fight his demons and overcompensate. Next semester, where he's panicking because he's like, oh shit, like I'm facing my demons now. Then we're going into Backslide, and I don't know if he's slipping back. He feels like he's slipping back into those old feelings or thoughts. I saw benefit from a shoelace with the lace as a reason, like some people use laces to attempt, but it says actually at the side here, a shoe with no lace is easy to slip on, so no effort to slip it on, or no time wasting. Take the seat with the crease in it. Wow, that's a cool lyric, because that is saying you're sitting in the crease seat and the crease is representing how others have already shaped it before you. Wow, what an incredible lyric, and it's only 7 words. Or he's slipping back into that seat of Dima. Wow. I don't mind if it's lonely. I don't mind if it's fair. I don't care. You control me, leading me anywhere. So he's like accepting it again. He's going back. He's almost like surrendering to go back to Dima. The chorus, I don't want to backslide to where I've started from. There's no chance. I will shake this again. Because I feel the pull. Water's over my head. So he feels the pulling back to Dima and those feelings maybe, and water's over my head feels like you're drowning in those feelings maybe again. Strength enough for one more time, so he's got one more fight in him that he feels, and this is going to be it in Breach. Reach my hand above the tide, I'll take anything you have to help me out of this situation. If you could throw me a line, I should have loved you better. Do you think now the time you should let go is over my head? I should have loved you better. You can't always give that full love though when you've had these feelings. It's really difficult. So maybe that's him saying like, you know, I should have loved you better, but do you think now's the time? You should let go is over my head. No, I'd never let go. Verse 2. Bad place on $100 base. Kind of wishing that I never did Saturday. Is that meaning the song Saturday? Why does he think he shouldn't have done Saturday? Is that a stain you could change? Are you doing good? Did you solve all your problems? Someone saying to him, you know, is that a stain? You should change. Are you doing well? Did you solve your problems? Is that someone coming at him saying those things, like very invasive questions and like in my face kind of thing? Thanks for asking in a way, but accidentally uncovered a new one yesterday. Thank you for asking. Addressing one issue sometimes reveals another hidden problem. What happened to you? What I brushed under the rug. People say that, don't they? They brush things under the rug and old things resurface despite attempting to swipe them under the rug and ignore them. Ignoring problems in this instance probably isn't a good thing because it's just suppressing them and they come back to the surface because they haven't been dealt with. I used to be a champion of the world you can't see. Now I'm drowning in logistics, referring to Trench there probably. In his world he's created, he was the champion and he fell on top because he says in the beginning of Overcompensate, I created this world to feel some control. Destroy it if I want, I'm the one that holds all the cards. Okay, so this is very much telling a story. Do you see what I mean when it creates a whole new meaning to them when you listen to them all together, the way they are put on an album in the order? It just creates a story and it's incredible. The next one is Midwest Indigo. So the phrase Midwest Indigo suggests a deep feeling associated with the Midwest, known for its harsh winters and sometimes bleak landscapes. The lyrics reflect themes of isolation and the struggle to find warmth and connection in a cold environment. Metaphorically represents emotional detachment and the challenges of overcoming personal doubts and sadness. This song also touched on themes of time and urgency, as seen in the repeated dialogue snippets about being late and the pressures of time. The urgency adds to the feeling of tension and desire for resolution. Let's get into Midwest Indigo. Oh, this is amazing drums in this one. Whoa.
Did you pull up yet? Not yet. Did you forget we're tight on time? It's deeper than it's been.
Whoa. What's your ETA? 2 minutes. Chill out, man. We're right
on time.
Love it. Oh. Sunny days.
I'm a bit too old to run away.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Down. Let's run through some of the lyrics. So the intro says, reaching out my way home, you can be so cold, I'll try again. You make me sad and second guess myself, you can be so cold. Tyler describes reaching out to a close friend or family as he gets home during a college break. The person he attempts to reach out to ignores or denies him, leading to Tyler reconsidering whether or not reconnecting with this person is worth it. Then the chorus, he says the exact same but says Midwest Indigo. So it can be referred, Midwest Indigo is who he was talking with in the pre-chorus. He's reaching out, trying to find the best, but they're cold in return, causing him to rethink his attempts to reach out, but still trying again in any way possible. I guess you could see this song as, yes, if he's feeling like he's reached out to someone cold, he feels like he's running out of time because he can't do this for much longer and these feelings. And you could, where does it say, you know, what's your ETA? 2 minutes. Did you pull up? Not yet. They're not really taking it very seriously, and Tyler's on such a tight time frame with these feelings. He just feels like he can't hold on, and this is literally his last resort, maybe, to reach out to someone. Running late, so I didn't have the time to scrape the frosted windshield like we're barely scraping by. Concentrate on the little gap in the ice that seems to be about as wide as our chances. That was a crazy verse. Running so late, I didn't scrape the windshield. They might not be able to see, so they might crash, or we're barely scraping by. Concentrate on the little gap in the ice, the tiny little chance I have. Wow. So this says Midwest points to Ohio, where we know Tyler and Josh are from. So it's like their home. The indigo, a calm but slightly somber colour. Indigo colour symbolism. A feeling of calm and deep thought. It encourages compilation and can be helpful in developing self-awareness and trusting one's instincts. Be the Midwest Indigo could be put together. His safe space and his mental landscape, someone's put here. Home isn't just their location, it's the state of their mind. And he's recovering after escaping Dima, temporarily resting, reconnecting with his identity outside. It's not the war yet, he's just getting ready, more like calm before the storm. Oh, I've actually just put something together that could concentrate on the little gap in the ice. It seems to be about as wide as our chances. So even though it's the gap, tiny gap, imagine in your windscreen you can see out of. Even though it's like a really, really small chance, it's enough to feel like you can move forward because the car's moving forwards. Wow, that's incredible lyrics there. You know, it feels risky. Like I said, you know, you might crash, but it's enough to keep fighting forward. Wow. Did you pull up yet? Not yet. Did you forget we're on time? I like those little pre-choruses. This says, Tyler's having a very anxious back and forth with someone who isn't too impressed on how late he is. Verse 2, cloud coverage matched my outfit to a knife. I requested a consult with the counsellor and he cancelled twice. It's a different blue, it's deeper than it's been. I'll be pulling into the parking lot before the heat kicks in. What's your ETA? 2 minutes. That he feels like he's running out of time because the cold is going to melt, maybe potentially, because he's saying you can be cold, I'll try again. And with it being cold, it's never really sunny, so the clouds matching his outfit, he feels in a very dark grey feeling. It's a different blue, deeper than it's been. I always put the colour blue to sadness, so he's feeling is a deeper blue than it's been, so even more sadness that maybe this person he's reached out to, you know, he really thought they were going to be there and they weren't. Outro, and I want love and sunny days, I'm a bit too old to run away. It is used to show how we can't run away from our problems like a child running away from home. Once they get older, you are under expectations to address your problems head on with the knowledge you gathered throughout your years. Tyler would prefer to ignore his problems and live happy and free, but this is his age, he knows he must face them. Also probably for his kids, he's got 2 young daughters, I think, so he probably feels like he has to put these away now and settle with these demons for his children. I absolutely love the next one, Routines in the Night, which I have seen that Tyler wasn't too keen on putting on this album, but I'm so glad he did. I think it was Josh that got him to put it on here. It's one of my favourites. It's actually the most streamed one on the album. This song describes a further recurring theme in the album and 21 Pilots on fighting your demons at night. This song narrates how one struggles to fall asleep and stays in the maze of mind. Okay, let's go into Routines in the Night. Ta.
Walk the layout, routines in the night, so all the world's asleep. I walk around instead through
Oh, I love this song.
down the halls of my head, through the memories, down the halls of my
So relatable.
I'm keeping my eyelids up, no matter what.
So beautiful.
Walk the layout, routines in the night, some doors have stay out, spray painted and white wall. Reoccurring, keeps coming around, REM cycle, skip night psycho trip. It's reassuring, you keep coming around, it's tough to find good company. I'll show you why. Walk the layout, routines in the night, some
Oh, I love that one so much. I will never not love that song. It's probably one of my favourites actually on this album because I relate to it so much. Do you know the amount of nights, sleepless nights I've had? Because when I go to sleep, I've spoken about it quite a lot on this channel, where your mind just brings everything to the front and makes you think about everything, and it stops you from sleeping, and it's like those anxieties are just there prominent before you sleep. This song is basically about that. It's like going to sleep, trying to go to sleep, but your routine of the night time is trying to go to sleep. Your brain brings all those thoughts forward, you're overthinking everything through the memories down the halls of my head. That I love that lyric so much. While the world's asleep, I walk around instead through the memories down the halls of my head. I love this song so much. It opens with the chorus. Walk the layout, routines in the night, some doors have stay out, spray painted in white. While all the world's asleep, I walk around instead through the memories down the halls of my head. Incredible, because some doors have, like, Tyler's painting his head as this building full of walls and hallways with doors on them, and some of them say stay out for whatever reason that may be, a bad memory, triggering, whatever it may be. Your personal ones could be completely different, but he can't help going into them, or his mind can't help going into them and reliving them and creating these horrible feelings again and these traumas inside and bringing everything to the surface again, and those feelings. A result of that is then the insomnia of not being able to sleep because he's reliving those painful memories. Verse 1, here comes a new night, but I'll send it through. I'll probably jump on the next one. I'm testing the limits of what a mind can do. I'm keeping my eyelids up no matter what. So he doesn't want to fall asleep now. He doesn't want to try and go to sleep because of this. Keeping my eyelids up no matter what. Tyler's determination and struggle to stay awake. It reflects his refusal to surrender to sleep, perhaps due to the overwhelming nature of his insomnia, and doesn't want to relive those memories because they come up every time he tries to sleep. This line also this line links to the outside. I'll take my eyes so I won't fall asleep again. Wow, emphasizing his attempt to resolve his demons and stay awake and confront his thoughts. So beautiful, the space between a painful reminder and a terrible dream. I've been here before and I've got time. I'll give you the tour, show you why. A terrible dream, as though they were photos on the wall or centerpieces of the table, his house. Outro, keep coming around, keep coming around, keep coming around, lost in the halls in my head. Repeated. Because you go to sleep every night, he must feel like that's constantly happening every single day, and that's a lot. It's like a repetitive pattern, isn't it? And you obviously have to sleep, so he's really fighting a continuous battle with it. Yeah, I love that song so much because I just relate to it a lot. The next one is Vignette, which has the most incredible synth in the middle of this song that you will ever hear. There's a few interpretations of this one. I think for me, Tyler says, it makes the most sense when I look at it from the perspective of addiction and what that can feel like at times. A certain type of season of that, and that's why this song is very special to me. The lyrics speak of addiction with common excuses and traits among addicts being depicted. I remember right at the beginning when I reacted to the Blurryface album, I mentioned that he may be addicted and to drugs, and you guys all came for me, and I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that's what I was getting from the lyrics because I didn't know anything about the law in that first reaction. That's how everyone interprets music differently, but this one is possibly about that, so we shall see.
Not sure when it started. Peeling from his bones, piece it back together all alone. Shuffle binger in the woods, flesh covered in bites.
Where do I go from here?
Clinging to promises, fighting off the vignette. Now we can't hold out his hand without it shaking.
Okay. You need this bit so loud in my ears. I need it up higher.
No, not me, it's for a friend. Denial. No, not me, it's for a friend. No, not me, it's for a friend. No, not me, it's for a friend. Not me, it's for a friend. Denial.
So cool, that song. The production is incredible on that. Let's go through the lyrics. So we start right at the top. Verse 1. Not sure where it started, peeling from his bones, piecing it back together all alone, hope it held together long enough for he to pitch the greener grasses and hope that she would agree. Fresh off a binder in the woods, flesh covered in bites, testing what is real, what is good, man, it's been a long night. The grass is greener on the other side is a cliche phrase that means we tend to think the things we don't have are better than what we do. So not sure when it started, peeling from his bones, piece it back together all alone. Is that like Tyler saying he's not sure where it came from? Not sure when it started. He's always felt like this maybe, so he doesn't really remember the time he started feeling like this, and he's piecing back himself all together all alone because he feels alone in this album, maybe. I hope it held together long enough for he to pitch the grass green. I hope he would agree. He's testing if he can hold it together long enough to be a reliable leader. It could also symbolise the attempt to prove one's circumstances while fearing rejection, so maybe he's very scared that this isn't going to work, fighting these demons. Fresh off a binder in the woods. Confirmed in the Clancy live stream addiction interpretation, this section refers to a binder or indulging in the addiction or even relapsing. The bite symbolises the signs of the indulgence. Oh, wow. Among with the obvious bug bites and literal interpretation and the play on chewed up and spit out. This song can also be interpreted as a mental break. Vignette can be defined as an episode running out into the woods with no sense of safety or pain, and how being medicated can make you feel like a zombie, because it goes into pre-chorus. It's a tribute to zombies of which I've become. Where do I go from here? Becoming zombies can possibly be a metaphor for seizing. In the Compensate music video, it's revealed at the end that he was seizing a fallen citizen of Dima in order to be present and educate the people. It's not really there. It is presumed that everything Clancy is doing is a tribute to those who gave in to vialism or were victims of the bishops. This line could also refer to a heavy dirty soul, in which Tyler says mindless zombies walking around like a limp in a hut. Oh wow, yeah. This could mean by defying it, he actively gains it. Continuing the addiction, addicts are often compared to zombies. Zombies are lifeless and seek only human flesh to satisfy them. Wow. Wow. Yeah. That's crazy. Chorus. Clinging to promises, fighting off the vignette, tunnels cave, visions fade, followed by the vignette. Overall, the songs focus on the issues of addiction. This chorus focuses on how people become isolated from the rest of the world when taking substances, despite fighting to remain fully conscious. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, actually. Maybe Tyler took substances to deal with his mental health, and he did feel like it was keeping him inside and too scared to then go outside, which could refer back to him being so scared of leaving Dima because he's in his comfort, he's seeing Dima as a comfort zone. So now he's out into trench. He's like, oh, that's not out of my comfort zone. I don't know how I feel about this, I'm ready to go back into those walls. I want to go back into my comfort zone. I don't like being out of it, almost thing, because he's gotten so used to being in Dima, which could then link back to this with taking substances and how that makes you feel like a little escape from those feelings. But at the same time, it's keeping you too much in your comfort zone that you're not ready to go out into the world and fight those demons, if that makes sense. And this is basically actually smack bang kind of in the middle of this album, so maybe it's a turning point. And maybe he's like then ready to like face those demons, proper get out there again. Wow, super interesting. I love the synth in that song. It's really like, whoa. Because the synth to me really sounds like it's like makes you go. It's like you're floating and almost floating in the atmosphere. Maybe that's how the substances are making you feel. Oh, what a beautiful shame. And maybe Tyler's addiction in this song is being in his comfort zone and being in Dima, potentially. But there's no right or wrong. So let's go on into the next one, which is the Craving, Jenna's version. I love that he always puts a song for Jenna in every single album. I love it. This song sees Tyler contemplating if he's providing enough love in his relationship to his partner Jenna using the ukulele production. Let's get on into this one, because these songs for Jenna are quite self-explanatory and kind of talk what the song's about. So let's go into the Craving, Jenna's version. Oh, really slow down, simple ukulele, love it.
Seems I get in my own way. The more I think, the less I say. I hope I communicate the craving. Say enough that I let her know if I found my body in chains. I hate to put this on her, but I swear that I will give more than I take away. See, intentions don't mean much.
Such a cute song. So yeah, that is basically about saying, do I give enough? I don't feel like I give enough, but I promise I will give more than I take. Because it feels like he maybe hasn't been fully in the relationship. How come it says Jenna's version? Was there a different version of this? Oh, there is another version here. I don't know why I can't stop crying. I'm thinking about getting old and I don't know a lot about you still. So he feels not very present in the relationship. Maybe because his mental health is getting in the way of that. Seems I get in my own way. Tyler feels he is his own obstacle, suggesting he struggles with self-sabotage or overthinking. The more I think, the less I say. But overthinking leads to hesitation or silence, which could probably impact their relationship. I hope I communicate the craving. Tyler has a strong love and affection for Jenna that he wishes to express, but is unsure if he is successfully conveying this to her. Now I don't see intentions don't mean much. Did I let her know if I found my body in chains, I'd lay down and wait and hope she looks for me. The reputation of saying enough suggests a struggle with whether Tyler has communicated his love significantly. There is a concern about whether he has said enough to convey his feelings. So it's like he feels like he's in chains and can't say anything, like he's locked up. That's how he feels with his mental health. And I'd wait for you and hope she looks for me. Okay. Aw. And it ends with the craving. Now I see that intentions don't mean much. So yeah, maybe he just feels like another reason to end this fight with my demons is because I want to give everything to my wife Jenna, and he feels like it's pulling him back slightly from the relationship and not being able to give his everything. The next one we go into is Lavish, which is a fun one. Criticises the lavish nature of luxury life, the unnecessary award ceremony shows, and the need for false toughness in order to survive in the music industry. The premise of the song either speaks to fans and newcomers about the 21 Pilots concert culture, or speaks to aspiring artists about the type of attitude and demeanour needed to carry yourself in order to put on a show. Didn't realise that. Let's have a listen to Lavish.
Welcome to the new way of living. It's just the beginning of Lavish. From the floor to the ceiling. You're looking real nice, smelling like worth, walking like you deserve it. Got that penny loafer squeak, cross linoleum, big flex, complex, Napoleon. I say whatever and whatever that I want, sip a Capri Sun like it's Dom Perignon. I'm talking tough.
Love that. This one's got more than Oldie Station. Wow. That one's just a really fun one, isn't it? It's just really fun. You know, welcome to the new way of living. It's just the beginning of Lavish. From the floor to the ceiling, welcome to the new style you haven't seen in a while. It's Lavish. Tyler is representing the music industry in these lines, singing to newer bands and even his younger self about the introduction to the lavish lifestyle being a popular artist in the music industry brings. Everything about the new way of living when making it big as an artist is lavish lifestyle. You try your best to look like this. It's not your first time. You fighting for the front row, that's a nice try. Looking real nice, smelling like worth, walking like you deserve it. Show business is rough. Even if it's your first time in the spotlight, you have to act like you've done this before to not get stepped on by bigger artists. I wonder why this is on this album. Is it kind of just a nice little song to switch it up a little bit from the more deep meaning ones? This says, just because you've escaped doesn't mean life is effortless, the cost to living freely. So maybe he's talking about, even though you're making it big in this industry, there's still a cost that comes with it. And maybe that links to, just because he's outside of the walls of Dima, and freedom, representing freedom, comes at a cost, maybe. I think it's just a fun song. This line criticises the habit of show business and celebrities to exaggerate things excessively, with Tyler inferring that popular artists in the music street aren't the hot shots they believe they are. Not really taking yourself too seriously then. The next one is Navigating. Throughout this song, Tyler is navigating through his head a phrase he repeats to illustrate the spiral he goes down when confronted with difficult thoughts and fears. Hello.
I feel my way back home. Pardon my delay. I'm navigating
My head. Oh, can you hear that? Like synth.
Kinda feels like everybody leaves. Feeling the reality that everybody leaves. I'm navigating my head. Disassociate. I'm navigating my head.
It's about finding your direction and seeking a path, like a life path, emotionally or through the struggles of Dima. Verse 1, I can't seem to turn the page. The haze around my face makes me feel all alone. I know you see me standing still, but when our fingers touch, I feel my way back home. Turn the page is a meaning to transition to the next part of your life, even the difficult parts in the past and looking forward to what's next, like turning the page of a book. I know you see me standing still, but when our fingers touch, I feel my way back home. The you mentioned could refer to someone outside of Dima, perhaps a bandito or a symbol of hope or resistance. The physical touch could represent a connection to the outside, a sense of belonging, atmosphere of Dima. Interesting. And then chorus, pardon my delay, I'm navigating my head. Disassociate, I'm navigating my head. Give me some advice, I'm wasting all this time. My oh my, I don't know how long it's been. The navigating throughout the chorus is Tyler navigating through their thoughts, often called overthinking. Tyler is lost in his head to the point where he disassociates and begins to waste time, paralysed in his thoughts. Now, whether he is struggling with dark thoughts or literally navigating the different worlds, such as Dima, Tyler is battling within his own mind. It does sound like he's really trying to navigate, and he feels like he's lost a lot of time trying to deal with these things, and maybe that relates to the craving, where he feels like he hasn't been quite so present in his relationship with Jenna. The song is about actively finding your path, yeah, or after a relapse, maybe, potentially. Clancy is no longer just acting or reflecting, he's choosing how to move forward. So yeah, he's really navigating on which way to take this now, which we do see in the music video. Now we're going to go on to Snap Back. This track continues the themes of mental struggles and an addiction that threatens to come back despite other songs that precedes.
And I gotta snap back, got a bad feeling I'm gonna lose the lead, running from a thing that I kept in 17. Bite the hand that helps me give it finger stitches.
Oh wow, yeah.
Black times. It's a backslide, I commandeered a hard ride. Been a good streak, but the pressure's overweight. Is it even good for my head to keep track? Your approach.
Thought I kicked it.
It's a new adaptation. It's a backslide. I hate the surprise. I have seemed to run out of excuses of why I am this way. I've been praying for my elasticity to return to the way that it was. I'm gonna snap next and I gotta snap back.
Snap Back, chorus. Got a bad feeling that I'm about to break, been a good streak, but the pressure's overweight. Is it even good for my head to keep track? The constant pressure of keeping a clean streak and what you lose if you relapse can almost make it harder. Sometimes you have to stop keeping track to keep in control and lower the pressure. If I'm gonna snap next, then I gotta snap back. When you snap a neck, you kill something. This could refer to Tyler wanting to finally defeat his demons, or snapping the neck would be overcoming. He has to snap back after his relapse, snap back into fighting and what it is he's overcoming, snap back into his improvement. He can't let his relapse get him down and discourage him. So he feels, yeah, he's got to snap back out of it. Next semester and Backslide, he really feels like he's slipping back into those bad traits. And he really feels like he now, it's coming to the end of the album. He's really, really got to snap back. He's really got to snap back at these demons. Verse 1, have I burnt all the bridges? Wondering if past actions have ruined relationships or opportunities, it says. Reflecting guilt and regret, maybe linking back to the craving where he doesn't feel like he's been proper present in his relationship. Bite the hand that helps me give its finger stitches. So everyone that's tried to help him, he self-sabotaged himself because needing help and resisting it. Clancy struggled with trust and independence. He's learning to reclaim control without allies, the banditos. It's a backslide. So even when he's trying to move forward, like we've seen in this album, he feels like setbacks happen, and he has experienced one during this album. I drove it till the engine died. So maybe he's talking about himself there. He's he's leaning to burn out of himself and fate, and he thinks he's failed. All of that progress lost today, so he feels like he's gone so far not feeling these feelings in a setback, and he feels like all of that progress has been lost, but it hasn't. That's not how it works. You learn so much in that, and sometimes you can get setbacks, and that's okay to have a setback as well. Like, it's gonna happen, and not every, you can't go your life feeling like you, because that would build so much pressure. Then it builds so much pressure to yourself as well, like feeling like you can't go back. But sometimes we do have little hiccups and we do have little setbacks, but it's okay. Bridge, I have seemed to run out of excuses of why I'm this way. After years of work towards bettering your mental health, a backslide or loss of functioning has the potential to feel like, despite what you've done to combat the obvious causes of it, you're broken. Yeah, that's why I said, but it's okay. Like, you can't then feel like it's like just because you've got over it that you're never going to get back. That's not how it works. But it's a real incredible thing to acknowledge that, and to not let yourself get too much pressure, because then you're just constantly living in fear that you're going to go back to that as well. But I can understand that, because that's such a horrible place to be mentally, but it's okay to be like that. And then the outro says, I've been praying for my electricity to return the way that it was. So he's talking about his brain electricity there. So he's talking very much about his mentality there and his mental illness, because that is the brain. So electricity, like elasticity, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, recover from stress and adapt, acknowledges that even after struggles he needs resilience to continue fighting against demon or internal challenges. Clancy does. Clancy's snapback is literal. He's readying himself for action and ready to fight those demons again. Like, even though he's had a setback throughout this album, he's ready to snap back, ready to fight those demons. The next one we go into is Oldie Station. This is one of my favourite songs on this album. Very sad song. Tyler said, I felt like you guys deserve to know how I'm doing and maybe how I got here through my journey, and I just want to say thank you guys. I was thinking of you when I wrote this. This is a song to me. I feel this song, it hasn't got much about it here, but this song to me feels very much like a looking back on the past and remembering those possible mistakes and acknowledging those past mistakes possibly and accepting them, using them as an understanding of then a way to move forward and accept them and learn from them. I just love this song so much. Let's get into Oldie Station. Oh, push on through.
Only consistency in your periphery is fear in the bridge of your nose. Fear of the past and relative pain. Future's coming fast, you've got nothing in the tank.
This song just makes me cry.
And make mistakes. Start a streak you're bound to break when darkness rolls on you. Push on through, embracing how things always change. Add some years, build some trust. You start to feel your eyes adjust when darkness rolls on you. Push on through.
Oh, this is a stunning bridge.
You don't quite mind how long red lights are taking. Push on through.
This part.
You're in the crowd at her first dance recital. Push on through. Darkness rolls on you. Push on through.
I love that song so much. Verse 1. Only consistency in your periphery, years and the bridge of your nose. As you move about, you learn to tune them out, but they say they continue to grow. So Clancy's life is going by incredibly fast. The only consistent things that they can see are fear and their nose, literally. That's so funny. Likely means that even though you get older and become emotionally stronger, helping you fight your mental demons, these issues grow with you and adapt to your experiences. Links to stressed out, I was told when I get older my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think. So fears never go away just because of your age, and they almost develop and change with you. So the older you get, the more kind of fears you have because of what you learn in life. You know, we're not actually born with fears, they come from life experiences. Pre-chorus: fear of the past and relative pain, future's coming fast, you've got nothing in the tank. This suggests they are haunted by past experiences and the pain associated with them. The term relative pain indicates that this pain is significant when compared to other experiences. Make an oath and make mistakes, start a streak you're bound to break. When darkness rolls on you, push on through. So marriage is an oath to your partner that you will be with them for all things, light and dark. You may also make an oath to yourself to do better. However, you will make mistakes, it is human, but you still get up and try again. You make another goal that you may break, but you push on through. This weirdly relates to Superman. I recently watched Superman, and at the end of the film, he says a really nice segment that he is just human at the end of the day, and all he does is every day just gets up and tries, puts one foot in front of the other and just tries. And I feel like that's all you can do as a human, is just try your best. If you've tried your best, that is everything, and so incredibly rewarding if you feel like you've tried your best. It's like with this, honestly guys, I do so much behind the scenes of this. Like, this video has already taken me about 3 hours to film because I go through everything. I will then, it takes me about, I don't know, half an hour to then export all the footage. And for a whole album, it will probably take me about 3 hours to edit, because I also have to edit the video twice because of copyright reasons to put over on YouTube. But I'm literally trying my best. It's so rewarding. And you guys have no idea how much your comments mean to me, and your likes and subscribing, because it's so rewarding when I know I've tried my best to put out a video. And I'm learning as I go along, guys. I've never edited like this before, or learn, or like all the technical things behind the scenes, but it's so rewarding. And like there, you know, you will make mistakes. I've made mistakes on this journey, or maybe I interpret a lyric differently to someone, but there's no point getting at someone because of that. You know, everyone is just trying their absolute best. No one actively goes out and, you know, I know this is a mistake or something. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, I don't actively go out and try and say the wrong thing about a lyric. That's just, I'm just using that as an example. Yeah, and I think it's so important to remember that in this world as well, that everyone is just trying their absolute best. And if you can help someone, then that's even better. Or advice or something, you know? No, it goes back to saying no one's perfect. You know, you're not going to be on a complete streak for the rest of your life of this, in this instance with mental health. You know, you can't shy away from that either. Like, you can't then be, you have to really try hard not to then be afraid of the outside world, which Tyler is kind of saying in this. You know, he's trying not to be afraid of Trench in this outside world of Dima, because then you can very much become too protected or too scared of the outside world. Push on through, just lovely. There, I actually have it on my wall somewhere. I think it's further down there. I have the lyrics push on through printed out, because it's like, just push on through, you can do it. No matter what, you can do it. Verse 2, then before you know, you lose some people close, forcing you to manage your pace. You never know when life could change like that. Pre-chorus again, you've had your turns, little less concerned that there's nothing in the tank. In a season of lessons learned in giving up, you can learn what you can and can't take. So here, compared to the other pre-chorus, it's like now little less concerned that there's nothing in the tank. After failing and failing, you eventually figure out more about yourself. Hitting a dark point in your life, whether willingly or not, you ultimately gain knowledge on what your limits are emotionally. That's brilliant there. It's like, I've said it quite a lot throughout my channel again, I'm a strong believer that the best way to learn is through experience. It's like, I'll use mine as an example, figuring this out on my journey on my reaction channel. I'm learning as I go along my limits of how long I can film for, or edit for, or whatever that may be. And I think just doing it as you go, and I've spoken about it over on my Patreon, that it's taken me a while to find my routine, but now I've found my routine, and I'm, you know, I've got it, but only I've done that. I don't think anyone else, you know, you can try as much as you want to try and get timetables printed out for you, or using things to put your day into a routine. But I think you're the only one that can make a routine, if that makes sense, because you're the only one that knows what works best for you. There's no one else that can do that for you. And now I've got into a routine that I know my filming, my editing, and so on and so on. Only I have learned that. That's my example of this. It's like going back to only you know what helps you through anxiety or my coping mechanisms. Everyone has different coping mechanisms. Everyone knows what works best for them. It goes back to that. Some years built some trust, you start to feel your eyes adjust when darkness rolls on you. After the years of living with the darkness, you see in your head and the reality around you, your mental eyes start to adjust to the darkness. You gain a little bit more trust in yourself and see more light in the dark. Wow, what an incredible lyric there. It's like when you go into a dark room suddenly and you can't see anything and then your eyes slowly adjust. Wow, I love that lyric. And then we go to the bridge. You don't quite mind how long red lights are taking. Wow. While it maybe seems a major inconvenience to most people waiting at red lights, in fact, some people enjoy it, a moment of peace every day waiting at the same thing. Constant occurrence when everything else is changing as you grow older. Oh wow, I never really looked at it like that. I feel like also because I guess I said recently, actually, I said to someone, I wonder if I could look at the statistic of how long I've actually sat at a red light in my lifetime. Imagine how many hours you've sat at red lights. But if you look at it in a different way, it could be how many moments of peace. Like that said, you could totally change how you look at things, because I'm always at red lights like, come on. Whether that be because I've got to get somewhere fast, or I'm just in a rush, or I feel like it's wasting my time. But actually, if you look at it in that aspect, it's like, oh, it's just like a minute's peace before you go again. And maybe it's all just about how we view things. You know, most people probably are at a red light, saying wasting time, come on, hurry up. But if you look at it like that, maybe you could see it as a moment's peace. Not really moments, because they're not very long, but you're in a crowd at her first dance recital. Even though darkness rolls on him, he is looking at the good things in his life, like how his daughter is in the dance recital. Yeah, it's like, look at the good things you have in life. And then it just ends with push on through. I love that song so much. The second to last song is At the Risk of Feeling Dumb. And this one says, urges the listener to check in on their friends as they struggle with negative mental health, even if they insist that they are fine, as they may want you to just keep your plans rather than support them. After all, the worst case scenario for checking in is that you feel dumb, which is ultimately better than abusing a friend. The chorus is from the view of a friend with mental disorders, and their verses are from their friends, and the pre-chorus and bridge from Tyler's view.
I don't want anyone, know me or not. See me at my lowest, you don't have to drop. Fight a jet matching energy. Forget that we're in ejection seats. I hope that you never have to drop. At the risk of feeling dumb, check it. It's not worth the risk of losing a friend. Even if they say, just keep your plans. I hope that you never have to drop.
That one is basically about checking in on someone and them not really wanting to say at the risk of feeling dumb, which a problem is never feeling dumb, I add. You should never, ever, ever, ever feel dumb. Isn't that like just so... I don't know what the word is. It's like, no matter how much I say to someone that I am never going to judge them, I'm never going to think differently about them if they were to tell me something. You can tell someone as much as you possibly want. I don't know, my mum could tell me that as much as she wants, but unless you in yourself are okay with not caring about what people think, it's only you that can do that. And I think just in this world, no matter how much someone says that to you, that they're not going to judge, they don't care, you know, they don't care what you look like, say anything, it's only you that can change that, if you know what I mean. Like, it's only you that can stop that feeling. It's only your mentality and the way that you look on life and things to say, I don't care what people think. And that is such a difficult thing to get over. And I think it's just the way society has made you feel like you're constantly being judged. You feel like you are anyway. Although, to be honest, like, people do judge. Like, you're not gonna, you're not gonna. It's like that saying, you're never gonna please everyone. So it doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter what you think. Even if you don't judge, that person doesn't judge you, someone else is going to. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. And if you feel okay with that, that is the most important thing that will totally change your mind on the outlook of life. Guys, I'm not saying that that's how I feel, because trust me, that's not how I feel. I feel like that I'm very, like, I struggle a lot with that, about what people think of me. I wish I didn't. Learning to deal with that as I go on. And that is something that I have realised about myself, and it gets in the way of a lot of stuff in my life. No one else can change the way that you think of the world, if that makes sense. I don't know if I've gone about that really long-windedly, or if even if that made sense. I hope it does. Long story short is, you're the only person that can change how you view the world. Like, going back to this song, it's only you that can change your way on not feeling dumb, if that makes sense. I think. And that's basically what the song is about. It's basically like someone's come up to me and asking if I'm okay, but I'm scared of feeling dumb, so I'm not going to bother them with my problems. But you should never feel like that. You should never feel like that. I would never, ever, ever judge anyone. Ever. On especially something like that, if they're coming to me and asking if I'm okay. I'll use an example. I was watching something on the TV the other day. It was live, and I was just thinking, they were dancing really silly. I don't even know what program it was now. I think it was like a daytime TV. And they were dancing really weirdly and like funny. And I was thinking, do you know what's incredible? They don't care. They don't care what they look like, because they've probably got in their mind, someone may like it, it may make someone's day, but a lot of people are probably going to judge me. And I hate that we judge, but I don't know why that is. Like, sometimes people can just walk by you and you're like, but why? Why is that? Why do we do that? Yeah, that's the thing. That's the key. If you don't care, no one else is going to care. Or they may care in the moment, but they're not going to, like, you're not that important to their life. So they may laugh at you in the moment or think you're weird. 2 minutes later, they'll have forgotten about it. But you've enjoyed yourself dancing. It's like Tyler the Creator says, just dance like nobody's watching. Someone's going to think you're weird. Someone may think, wow, she's got confidence. I don't think like that yet, and I need to change myself to think like that, because it's stopping too many barriers up in my life, worrying what everyone thinks. But it's a lot easier said than done. I think that kind of says the whole song, to be honest, in that bit that I've just said there. I don't want anyone, know me or not, see me at my lowest, but at the end of the day, the people closest to you are going to want to know if something's the matter, and they're going to want to help you. They're not going to just listen to your problems and be like, oh, okay. They're not going to be like that. The last one is Paladin Strait, and I'm not even ready for this song. This song makes me cry every single time. Are we ready for Paladin Strait? Because I'm not. It's the last one on the album, Paladin Strait. We know that this is a location in the lore. It is shown to be a stretch of water between Trench and Voltsoy, the island. This song is basically about, I would swim the Paladin Strait, even with a risk of it going badly or not surviving to the other side. But I want to get to the other side so badly, in this instance, his defeating those demons, that I will do it. So there, it says, I can't be alone. Route I've mapped 1,000 times. So he's tried it 1,000 times to escape the city of Dima.
I would swim the Paladin Strait without any flotation, just a glimpse of visual aid. Water rips with rage, endless row of angry waves.
Oh, this bridge.
Here's my chance, time to take it. Can't be sure that I'll make it, even though I'm past the point of no return. Here's my chance, time to take it. I would swim the Paladin strait without any flotation.
Oh, the ukulele.
Fighting while I find Nico.
I mean, this makes real sense when you watch the music video.
No return.
So emotional. Hello, Clancy.
Oh my god. Wow. That's insane. Oh, I cannot wait for Breach album. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this song just gets me every time. You know, I would swim the Paladin straight without any flotation, just a glimpse and visual aid of you on the other side, on the other shoreline, waiting, expectation that I'm gonna make it. I would swim that Paladin straight without a flotation. You know, I could be drowning throughout it. Just a glimpse to get to the other side. Just to get to the other side of those demons. A view on the other side. That could be family on the other side. That could be the visions of life. That could be your friends. That could be anything that gets you to the other side. Anything that pushes you through. Your family, your mum, your dad, your siblings, kids, or maybe even yourself. Making its way towards me, you know, there's rips with rage, endless row of angry waves making it towards me. So I know it's going to be a fight. I know it's going to be difficult to get to the other side, but I'm going to make it. Here's my chance. Time to take it. They decide to act and take advantage of an opportunity despite the uncertainties that may arise. Can't be sure that I'll make it, even though I'm past the point of no return. I'm all in, I'm surrounded. They've finally committed to this battle against, in this instance, blurry-faced Nico. And he can't turn back now, but he admits that he may finally lose, or he survives. And then the outro is kind of explaining what's happening in the music video. You know, the on the ground are banditos, they're fighting, they're creating a distraction. Fighting while I go and find Nico. He is literally going to find Nico that we see in the music video. Nico appears, which could symbolise for when you're ready to overcome the depression, but it takes you back before you even realise it, which I think then linking it back to the contract, even though I'm past the point of no rip, Nico, blurry face, comes and holds Clancy's neck, doesn't it, in the music video that we see, which leads straight into the contract music video. Oh, okay. Nico repeats some of his iconic lines from the album Blurryface, used in Fairly Local. The world around us is burning, but we're so cold. It's the few, the proud, and the emotional. Oh, wow. Do you know what? Even though I've listened to that album before, I still love it just as much. Probably even more. Actually, 100% even more. This album is literally a non-skip album. I don't think I can get bored of this album. Absolutely incredible. So going back to the track list, we really see Overcompensate. Clancy is really ready to take on those demons. He is lining up all the followers to build an army, possibly together. Next semester, we see he's in the middle of a panic attack, potentially, because he's like, oh shit, I'm fighting these demons now. Backslide, he's taken a little bit of a back step. He's going back into those thoughts again. In Midwest Indigo, he's thinking of a place where he feels happy. It's trying to take him out of that. Routines in the night, maybe he's back at home, potentially, or just in general, and he's feeling all those emotions coming at night, all those memories, those triggering events. And because you go to bed every night, it's just a constant cycle, and he's ready just to snap out of that cycle into Vignette, which I guess you could also see maybe art coming after routines in the night. It could be his mind's addicted to keep going over that every single night because every day you have to go to sleep. But it is also about addiction. That could be addiction in so many different ways. The craving, he feels like he's not done enough in his relationship to his wife Jenna. He's ready to now give his all to his wife and kids, snap out of this dark hole that he's in. Lavish is just like a fun one, keeping up appearances to keep that lavish lifestyle. Navigating, we then see that he is really trying to navigate a path to get through this dark time and get to the other side. Snap back, he's ready to snap back out of those feelings that he then sees himself going into again. Oldie station is just about pushing on through those demons, you know, even though they've come back maybe potentially, it's just about pushing on through. At the risk of feeling dumb, you feel like you don't want your closest people knowing, or even a friend maybe that you've asked, that you're scared of what people will think of you, but to just check on your friends. It's a really nice song to just say check on the people around you. And then Paladin Strait, we end it on, he's literally about to cross that Paladin Strait to get to the other side, even though he knows it's going to be a journey, he knows it's going to be a battle, but he's ready for it. And that is just incredible. The ordering of the songs as well is brilliant for this album. I sometimes find that singles, I feel like with Lord's album, actually, I listened to some of the singles when they came out first, and I really wish I hadn't. I think listening to them in that album, I mean, I don't wish I didn't, but it just brings so much more meaning to them in the album. The way they go, listening to it, just incredible. And I cannot wait for Breach, because we've listened to The Contract. That was insane. The visuals, the song as a whole was insane. And we get Breach in a few weeks. How is this story going to end? Just an emotional journey of an album, and it's a character called Clancy navigating his way through his personal struggles with anxiety and as a whole growth, learning as he's going along this journey. I love this album so much. I relate to a lot of the songs. Should we do, what do we normally do? Top 4, is it? Top 4 songs do I normally do? I don't even know. That's really hard. Changes. But I think if I had to pick 4, would have to be Paladin Strait, have to be up there. This isn't in any order, these are just top 4. Oldie Station, Routines in the Night. I don't know. Oh, that is really hard. Navigating? I don't know. Next semester? No. Okay, I'm just going like that. I'm leaving it there. Okay. We're going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video of me analysing Clancy album by 21 Pilots. Do, as always, please let me know if I've missed anything out or if you'd like to add anything. I always read through your comments. Leave your comments down below. I always read through them. I will also leave my Discord down below. We have loads of discussions over there. We have a 21 Pilots discussion where we're all discussing what we think, and you can also have a chance to request movie, TV, song, album, anything you like down below as well. But I had so much fun analysing this album. I've learned so much more about the album as a whole and the songs and the themes. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, guys.